It's a brand new season, ladies and gentlemen. Mainly gentlemen, let's be honest, but also any ladies. And welcome everybody to the first watch-along of a brand new season 23-24 opening. Well, not really opening match week because it's preamble, but you know what I mean. It's the Community Shield, the curtain raiser to the season, whatever you want to call it. And the first opportunity at some silverware. Is it a trophy? Major trophy? Friendly? Whatever. Maybe we'll have a chat about that later. But thank you so much for joining me today. How are we all doing today, ladies and gentlemen? I know the championship has already started, but so if you're a championship fan such as Ed, let me know how your team has got on. But hello, DR. Tom, I'll have a look later, matey. Or feel free to pop your question in here. Liam, hang yourself, mate. And we've got Flumps. How are you doing? And Ashu. I'm doing great. I am doing brilliantly well because, as I just mentioned, the season is upon us and it's about to begin in earnest. We'll have a look at the teams momentarily, but it is Arsenal versus Manchester City, the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup winners versus second place. That is how it works. Because normally it would be FA Cup winners versus Premier League winners. However, obviously, that's both. They both belong to City. So it's a thing. Hello, Ziggy. So happy that we're back. Come on, City. Absolutely, yes. I'm so buzzing for the start of the season. Community Shield is always a nice way to start it. We have not won it in the last 2 attempts. So it would be brilliant if we could do it this time. I think I saw something saying like Jack Grealish is absolutely desperate to win it. Something like that. So that's the thing. Thoughts on Borough? Massive bottle jobs. I will never forgive them for betraying me in my FM series, to be honest. Flumps is great as we're going to demolish the shitty Gunners. Well, we'll get on to predictions momentarily because I'm not sure I'm quite that confident, and I will explain why. Do I enjoy tongue twisters? Not really, Ashu, but feel free to pop one in anyway. Tom says, I asked when the podcast episode is out and where can you listen to the podcast? What a fantastic question, Tom. So you can listen to the podcast in full on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you have your podcast platform. So Google Podcasts, literally everywhere that podcasts are, you can find them. If you want to watch the video clips, that goes onto the YouTube. But if you want the full audio on Spotify or Apple, Tom, that would be your best bet. DR says it should always be whoever's second, way better than the FA Cup winner. I think that's how most Super Cups work, to be fair, though, DR. Less of that village. Hello, Mo, how are you doing? This game should get me in the groove for the new season. Indeed, Mo, yes, we're just talking about how we are up and ready and at 'em for the new season. Barney says we want another treble. Look, City could, if City win today, then that would be the calendar year quadruple, and then they will be 2 trophies away from replicating what Bayern and Barcelona did. So there are some, not real stakes, but there are some relative stakes. And there is debate of the day, which Village has already activated. I think I want to chat about that later. Actually, what is happening there? Morgan, thank you so much for following again. I don't know where you went, but thank you for following again. I don't know why my alerts have popped off like that. I don't know why they're so high up. Let me see if I can replicate that momentarily, just to make sure that we are actually in line. There we go. Let's just move that down. Lovely. There we go. Sorted. How you doing, Morgan? Boom. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I didn't watch a single preseason game. Neither did I, Mo. I do not believe in preseason. I think I watched 30 minutes of City. Can't wait for Havertz to miss tons of City. We'll have a look at the team sheet later, JH Plays, but how are you doing? A Wednesday episode out. We were going to record it tonight. Gasky can no longer do that because of an eye infection, so it's subject to him being fit and ready. Maybe Tuesday evening. Yeah, Mo, we've lost it in the last 2 seasons. No, you can do it if you want, Village. I'm just saying that I will personally be discussing it later. Of course I remember you, Morgan. Where have you been? Stoke fan, my boy. I made another Twitch account. Fair enough. What happened to your first one? If Arsenal lose, my Rice agenda is on. If Arsenal win, I'm a Rice supporter. Brilliant stuff. You can indeed, Kyle. I'm watching on ITV right now. Have you done your FPL yet? Yes, I have. I'm probably going to change it, though, because I think Nkunku is out for however long, and I've got him in my team, so I'll probably swap him out for Jackson, because I just wanted a Chelsea forward in there. But, I mean, I've picked my team. Hello, Yusuf. Who gave Gasky pink eye? It's a great question. I simply do not know the answer to it. I simply don't know the answer, but there we go. It is a thing. It is a thing. Let me just do that. There we go. Okay, perfect. Wonderful work. What a day yesterday. Stoke won 4-1. Vale lost 7-0. Big up, Morgan. It could be a good season for Stoke? Question mark? I don't know. Gassica's too busy streaming the WWE last night. I don't know what was happening, to be honest. He just had a an infection, but there we go. By the way, lads, what do you think of the new layout of the watch-alongs for the upcoming season? As you can see, it's very different to what we had before. There's a moving background. There's drop shadows. The angles are different. There's more artistic things going on. Let me know if you prefer it. Let me know if you don't care. Let me know if you didn't even notice it. If you didn't notice it, I guess that's a good thing because, yeah, I don't know. It's not changed less of that, Chuck. We've made 11 signings. Any good ones, Morgan? Any good ones? Blood's giving me chemistry vibes back there. Good. That's what we want. Well, we're going to be doing mainly City watch-alongs, obviously, so I wanted a general blue background that moves, just to make it a bit more interactive for the viewers. Hello, Clinical. The Jamaican City says, big up to you, my mate. Didn't notice. Wow, I feel hurt. Well, hopefully, if you have a look at this and then go back to like a previous watch-along, you can see the difference, and hopefully you'll think that this is nicer. I think this is nicer and prettier and more interactive, as I say. Well done, Liam McKay in the hole in one. Hello, Dr. Footy. Arsenal had to get invited to play. Yes, indeed. And hello, Harleen. Let me know if this is your first time chatting on the channel. Let me know whereabouts in the world you are watching the match from today. Hello, Tom. The Noblet Hall of Fame has also been updated, by the way. So, Tom, you're a relatively new Noblet. Keep an eye out on your name up here because you are going to be there. Let's have a look at the teams now, shall we? So, the lineup is on your screen right now. So, the City lineup isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. In my head, Edison was going to play. I guess it sort of makes sense for Ortega to play because this is technically a cup game. So, it makes sense for the cup keeper to start. I thought John Stones was going to be out for a few weeks. The word on City Twitter was that he picked up a hamstring injury in pre-season. He starts today, which is brilliant, obviously. A bit... I thought that Foden was going to play instead of Alvarez, but I guess is the fact that it's sort of like still a friendly pre-season game or whatever, so it's going to be a bit of a mix and match team, maybe not quite full strength. So Alvarez is playing... I'm assuming that it's going to sort of be... Actually, what do I think it's going to be? I think that when we have the ball, I'm assuming... Because in the very short pre-season game that I did watch, when Walker played, he didn't go into the back three, nor did he go into the midfield. He sort of played on the right-hand side. So, I think what's going to happen when we have the ball is that it's going to be Stones, Diaz... Walker at the back. Sorry, Stones, Diaz, Akanji at the back. So Akanji being like the left back, left side of centre half. Rodri and probably Kovacic in the midfield two. So the 3-2 would be formed by Kovacic and Rodri. And then in terms of the two ahead of them, I think it's going to be sort of like that, if that makes sense. So Alvarez just behind Haaland, Bernardo just in front and just in front of Rodri alongside Grealish, and that's going to be the sort of vibe. That is where Alvarez has played when Haaland and Alvarez do play in the same team often. Although last season in the Champions League he did play on the wing when he came on, so who knows, maybe it will be different. But as I say, I really think it will be Walker on that right-hand side. And that's fine for him because when he plays in the midfield like there, he can't really do that inverted role. So I really think it's going to be more that sort of thing. And in terms of Arsenal, I actually don't know what's going to happen with Arsenal. I've not watched any of their pre-season. It is on TV, it's on ITV. I don't really know what's going to happen. I thought Timber was a centre-back / right-back. He's playing at left-back. I don't know anything about him, really. So I'm guessing that maybe Timber's going to play alongside Partey. And again, interestingly, Rice maybe in a more advanced role rather than defending alongside Partey. That's my theory. And then Havertz, out of necessity, is being played as a striker because Gabriel Jesus is injured. So that's my sort of thoughts on how the game might shape up. But we shall see what we see, won't we? Hello, Ryan. How are you doing? Do you not think it will be a 3-3? I don't think we've ever played that before, to be honest, DR, unless there's a big change. But I'm assuming it's going to be similar to what we did last season. 3-2-5, 3-2-2-3, whatever you want to call it. So I'm assuming it's going to be that sort of thing. In terms of the bench, we've mentioned Foden before, so he's obviously going to come. I'm surprised he didn't start, to be honest, but as I say, it is technically pre-season, whatever you want to call it. And really good to see Kevin De Bruyne on the bench because he got that massive hamstring tear in the Champions League final, and yet he's clearly fit enough to play some part because he's on the bench. That's great. Obviously too soon for Gvardiol to get an appearance. But big bold Bernardo Silva is going to be a big baller. I thought it would be Alvarez on the right, Stones in the middle, Walker in the 3-back. The reason why I don't think that's going to be the case, Mo, is because based on my very limited viewing of pre-season, when we had the ball and Walker was on the pitch and Stones was on the pitch, Stones played in the back three and Walker played out wide, almost like a right wing. And then when we didn't have the ball, he did go back to right back. So unless that pre-season was just like a false dawn and doesn't mean anything, which it might not, to be fair, that is what I think is going to happen there. Zinchenko's also injured. Yes, he is. You are absolutely correct. Maybe that's why Timber is on the left. Maybe it's not ideal, but that's what they want. Let's let Mo, I know you have an agenda, but we'll be having less of that. Don't you worry at all, Morgan. Maybe Pepper's just trying stuff. I mean, well, to be fair, it makes sense because I think it makes sense because Alvarez's best work is done in the middle anyway. So I think it makes more sense to have him in the middle. Like Bernardo was fantastic on the right, but if you can play him in the middle, then I think he's better in the middle. We talked about that, DR. It's literally friendly. Don't worry about it. The Community Shield, the most prestigious trophy in the world. Will City lose 3 in a row? I really hope not, but in terms of predictions, let me get your predictions in right now. In fact, if you're on the YouTube, you should be able to vote in a poll, so let me know what you think there. Mo, we get it. You've got an agenda. It's all right. Hayden says 3-1. Fantastic. Now, I would not be at all surprised if Arsenal win and win relatively, not comfortably, but sort of like they're not ever really in danger of losing because, as we know, well, Mo asks, have City been good in pre-season? It's not necessarily a case of have City been good in pre-season. It's more a case of, as is the case, we discussed this yesterday, City starts pre-season very late, so therefore when the season starts, they've not played as many matches compared to everyone else, so their players naturally aren't as fit as everyone else. That's why in the season, in terms of City's performances, it normally takes them like 2 or 3 games just to get into the proper swing of things. Like City normally start slowly in the season and then end well. So we saw last season against Liverpool. That's the one exactly. Mo says this is. You're not wrong at all. Mo says that. Let me see if I can actually pop it on the screen. Yes, I can. Yeah, Mo says the type of game that City lose pretty badly and then just win everything in the league. Against Liverpool last season, they deserved to win. They outclassed us, really. But the season started and Liverpool were at 6s and 7s and City obviously much better. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened because Arsenal, as I say, started pre-season much earlier. They're going to be, in theory, much more ready. So I would not be at all surprised if Arsenal win today. That being said, obviously, I'm going to say City win. I'm going to go for a 2-1. I don't think there'll be clean sheets. I think it'll be 2-1. Hello, Mark. What do you think of Oppenheimer? Yeah, so I went to see Oppenheimer yesterday. I thought Oppenheimer was a good film. I will give it an 8 out of 10. I think that it has been very overrated by some people, saying it's like the... Oh, no, I won't. I mean, spoiler, he builds a bomb. But we already know that because we know about history. I don't think I've ever seen Interstellar. But... Yeah, lots of people saying it's a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I think those people probably don't... My theory, anyway, because I thought it was a very good film, and it had a very good message. But it was a message I was already aware of, and a message I already knew about and agreed with, and I already knew the historical facts. So, I think that if you don't know anything about the Manhattan Project, and, you somehow don't know about Nagasaki and Hiroshima... then it probably would be like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 because of like the historical significance of it, if that makes sense. Because it would be a big shock if you didn't know it. But because I did know it, obviously it wasn't a shock. I was like, well, I know that happens. But yeah, in terms of like the storytelling, etc., 8 out of 10. The first hour was getting a little bit bored with, to be honest. It was all very quick and exactly, Big Pop, this is the bomb. It was all very sort of like quick and it felt rushed the first hour. Second hour, really good. Third hour, fantastic. The ending is brilliant. So as I say, that the last hour was fantastic of Oppenheimer. That's Nobbins' review of the film. Definitely worth a watch. Probably wouldn't watch it again. I don't think it's a film that you watch multiple times. But yeah, very good film. Very important film. Hopefully it changes some people's thoughts on nuclear weapons and deterrence. Because, yeah, it's just insane. I think, yeah, it's worth going to the cinema once. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, get score predictions in if you haven't already done so. Scott says 3-1 to City. I've said 2-1 to City, but that's a very unconfident 2-1. Liam says, that's why I thought too. People that bigged up the Empire with Einstein clearly just didn't know about the project before. Yeah, and as I say, if you didn't know it, I can totally understand why you would say 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, whatever. But if you've got any background knowledge of what happened, then you should already have hopefully reached that conclusion, so it's not as groundbreaking in a way. But I still think it's a really important film and a really important message that nuclear weapons are bad, and we should not have them, and being able to blow up the world 5-6 times over is probably not a good thing. How many times do you need to blow up the world, realistically? But yes, I would recommend going to the cinema to watch it. Hello, Miz, love you too. It's either going to be 3-1 City or 2-0 to the Arsenal, says Mark. Scott says Chelsea are bigger than Arsenal. I can't agree with that. I don't even think Chelsea are bigger than City. And there is the shield. Nuclear weapons are bad, no way. Well, I know, but Mo, some people are like, oh, we need them. So shut up. Shut up. Yeah, Killian Murphy was really good. I could have done with less of, like, the sort of one of the subplots I wasn't really interested in. I could have done with less of that, but it's whatever. What did you say, Tom? Repeat it for me, you cheeky lad. Liam says 2-2, Arsenal to win on penalties. Oh, wow. I'm unconfidently saying 3-1 City, says Tom. I would take that. We'll take that to the bank. 3-1 Arsenal, says Mo. That is bold, but that's the score that Liverpool beat City by last season. Scott asks, what colour is Arsenal's Champions League trophy? It's a good question. Do you think they could win an Oscar? It's that sort of vibe of a film, isn't it? Yeah, I think if anyone is going to do it, probably would be Killian, wouldn't it? It probably would be. I'm planning to find people who need airsoft guns and tell me I have one. I get them to send me the money and I send them a new one. Miz, what is this airsoft situation that's happening? Don't have guns, lads. It's not worth it. Guys, in light of my Hindu awakening, I now have incense sticks, and we burnt one last night, and it was lovely. Can incense sticks give you cancer? There's a lot of smoke coming up. Will, get your score prediction in, mate. And he says, after seeing that shit lineup, surely you back City. Well, we were talking about it before, Will. We were talking about the fitness stuff with City. So what about that lineup is shit for you, Will? Is it the fact that there's no Jesus or Zinchenko, who are both injured, to be fair? Tom. Yogita says 10-0. Haaland scores 5. Oh, wow. That would be very bold. I love the confidence. Let's have another one of those against Leipzig. 2-0. Is that to the City? Hello, H-Kid. How are we? Get score predictions in. Yeah, what is it about the lineup you don't like, Will? I think with the available players Arsenal have, it's probably the best lineup they could muster. Maybe Trossard instead of Havertz. But apart from that, as I say, it's probably, given the available players, I don't know how else they could improve it. Havertz starts, Timber left back. Well, to be fair, I think that's the only option they have, unless you want Tomiyasu at left back, to be fair. In the tunnel, there's a kid of Haaland's braided hairstyle. What a guy. 3-all Arsenal, 200 penalties, says George. I really hope that doesn't happen. I don't think I could rate Havertz less. Well, he's now playing, the discourse online is that he shouldn't be playing in midfield. He should be playing up top. So he's getting the chance to play up top right now. So we shall see what we see. And Timber will invert anyway. Yeah, I guess it's out of possession what will happen there. But there we go. It's a thing. I know it's not possible. Hey, anything is possible, Yogatai. You never know. You never do know. And Dr. Foot says 3-1 City, Kovacic, Rocket, and a Haaland brace. Gvardiol's not playing Mark. Let's just have one quick look at the lineup one more time. There it is. Gvardiol is not on the bench either. He's obviously not quite ready. But De Bruyne is on the bench, which is good to see. And this is how I think City will set up with the ball. We talked about it before. In the one pre-season half of a game that I watched, it was Walker who went to the right wing. Stones stayed at the back. So if it's going to be anything like that, it will be the exact same. If not, it will be Stones progressing and inverting, Walker at the back, and then Alvarez on the... Actually, probably Bernardo on the wing, and then Kovacic will progress to where Bernardo currently is. But we shall see what we see. You never know with Pep D, and this is why it's going to be so interesting to see how he actually sets up. Oi, Liam, don't insult me and my family. Am I going to show the game? ITV are showing it, guys. By the way, you can see my flag right there. That was the flag that I got in Istanbul. Whose Kareem is? Why don't you like Wembley? Rob says 2-1 Arsenal. That's bold. It's not bold, to be fair. It's quite reasonable, actually. Mike Summerby. Hoping Rice flops, says Mark. It looks like he's not going to be played in a defensive midfield position. You see KDB more on the bench. I don't know about that, Rob. I think that he's still, what only 31, 32? I think he's still got another 2 or 3 seasons in him. Hello, Oren, at the highest level. What is this place, says Musty? What does that mean? Right, oh, because of the West Ham thing, that makes sense, to be fair. Oren says Man City to win on penalties. If you are watching on the TikTok, first of all, hi, my name's Nobbins. If you want to stay there, you're more than welcome to, but there's a much better experience going on over on YouTube and Twitch. You're more than welcome to stay there, though, whichever you prefer. Oh, Watchalong. Yes, it's a Watchalong. We love to see it. I love that goalkeeper kit, Liam. I don't know what you're talking about. I really like it. I like the armpit area. Mike Summerby has scored. Thank you, Ollie. I've had lots of really nice things to say about my Gvardiol video, which has now got over 30,000 views, by the way, which is insane. So thank you so much for that, guys. The support has been unbelievable and really lovely to know that you guys have been enjoying it. And yeah. Foden washed. Hello. Rice is going to play the Xhaka role, I think, says Mo. Yeah, that does seem to be the case, doesn't it? Like, his party is starting, so I wonder what would have happened if Jesus was fit. Would Arteta have stuck to his guns and done the Havertz in midfield thing. I wonder. If City win it, it'll be the sextuple. Or they've got to win 3 more trophies for that, to be fair. They've got to win the Community Shield, the UEFA Super Cup, and the Club World Cup. But they should be winning those 3 competitions in fairness. So can they do what Bayern and Barca have also done? Am I going to cop the 3rd kit? No. I think I like the idea of the goalkeeper home kit, though. I wish we weren't shit last season, says Liam. I like being in the Community Shield. Am I going to get confused looking at Kovacic and Bernardo? We'll see. He ain't left at footy, so I don't know if Xhaka did supply the long shot option. I wouldn't be surprised if we see... I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Arteta experiments with trying Odegaard in the left central midfield role, and then whoever on the right-hand side, because it is interesting to have a left footer on that right side. I feel like, for example, when it was David Silva, City under Pep, he was played in like the left central midfield role, position. Sorry. So an interesting one. Who knows? Maybe there'll be some experimentation. I don't know. The game's not started yet, guys. It's not started yet, but it will be starting in a minute. Deem, don't worry about it, matey. Thoughts on the Matoma links? Look, I liked the concept of Matoma if Mahrez was staying, but now Mahrez has left. I want a right-wing option, not a left-wing option. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I'd love Matoma as more depth there, but we need more options on the right. Hello, Evan, who says Arsenal going to win 2-0. Odegaard seems really comfortable with the passing angles from right central midfield. Though, oh yeah, it might be a big risk. I'm just thinking about... I am just thinking about maybe trying to make whoever the left central midfielder is more comfortable on the right. I'm not sure, because I feel like Odegaard can probably do both. Matoma is a baller, a silky baller. Indeed. Indeed. I would love him at City, but as I say, I really want a right-wing option instead. As a Chelsea fan, City are easily winning 3-1, says Kanto. That is bold. Easily winning is a bold statement. Rob says no one likes City. I like City. I'm wearing a City top. Don't be so mean, Rob. Why isn't it started? We're late. There we go. Okay, we're actually going back to the match. Oh, I want City to win. Well, yes, Kanto, big it up. Someone's got a weird Haaland beanie. That is terrifying. Havertz needs to be tested. He's a dumb signing. He was shite at Chelsea. He's probably the same at Arsenal. Oh my God, Evan. Oh, dearie me. When Evan, didn't you predict a City win? Or am I tripping? Oh, no, you predicted an Arsenal win. Never mind, that makes more sense. Sign him, convert him to a right winger. He will. Don't worry about that. Pep keeps talking about it. It'll happen. Don't worry about it. It's a Community Shield, Will. We're playing bloody fucking Alvarez in midfield. Don't worry about it. I don't care. Wins is basically a friendly. What's simple, Musty? What is simple? Tell me more. I just want to see a game phone. So, Will, don't worry. It'll happen. I mean, look. Champions League final, you saw it. Enough said. Right, we're about to kick off here. Come on. The first game of the season, technically, for the top flight teams. And there we go. We have kicked off. Boom. There we go. Come on now. Come on, the City. Hello, Tayab. How are you? Oh, immediately, I do want to see what happens when City have some possession. I want to see how City shape up. He didn't start there. No, but he played the majority of it, and he played the majority of it in midfield in our biggest game of the season. He was forced by injury. His performance was weird. Well, that's moronic. And no, it also wasn't forced because you could have played Bernardo centrally and Foden on the right. Jesus is a very big loss for Arsenal, says Evan. Indeed, you want your starting team if you can. Hello, Cheeseleaf. How are you doing? What a fantastic name that is. Now, are we going to see... I just want to see City have some... Alvarez is fouled there by Gabriel. Gabriel pushing up really high there. I just want to see what City are doing when they have the ball in comfort, in possession. Oh, sorry, Musty. Can you repeat what's simple? They have indeed, Tab. This is what we were chatting about before. Arsenal will have a fitness advantage in that respect. But they do have some injured players, so maybe it's not entirely fitness advantaged, question mark. When you watch the game, guys, it's free on ITV. Jesus is a massive loss indeed. You want your full strength if you can. If you're watching on the TikTok, you guys are more than welcome to stay here. If you want a better experience, Twitch is LNobbins, YouTube is LNobbins. We win the sextuple is on, we lose as a Tin Pot Trophy, and also have no Champions Leagues. I understand. Hello, Muha. How are you doing, mate? Get your score prediction in. Right. Now, it does look like Walker is pushing up to the right as we suspected. As we expected, as we suspected. Which one works better there? Expected or suspected? I don't know. But that is a thing. Arsenal pressing high here. And Ortega just pumping it away. Haaland flicks it, but there's no one there. Hate the new City kit, says Liam. That's nice. That is nice. And sadly, my stats have fucked me because I wanted to show you guys some stats, but the format has been shafted by the site I use, so I can't do that. So that'll have to be something that we look at going forwards. Havertz tries to flick on, but to no avail. Beautiful. And again, and that's the thing. If you want me to look at the chat more so, you bet better chances on Twitch and YouTube. I can't give you any XG today, I'm sorry. I can tell you the XG if and when it comes up, but right now, I can't present it to you. I do apologise. I know, Muhar, I'm well aware. How are Leeds losing to Cardiff? Because they stink of urine. Yogi says Havertz is bad. Harsh. Kovacic, has he given away the ball? No, he hasn't. That is some lovely work to get out of the press by Arsenal. And Akanji's popping forwards here, and that's really cynical by Ødegaard. And that should be a yellow card, in all honesty. But it's not going to be because it's early in the game. But let's be honest, that's a yellow card. Tugging someone back when they're clearly running away from you. ITV, guys, it's free, and it's 0-0. You'd see the score if you're on Twitch and YouTube. Just saying. What's the best name of my FPL? It's my name, and my name is We've Got Guardiola. That's my FPL name. If you want to join the FPL, the code is in the Discord server. Kingdom Primo, that's funny. I like Arsenal socks. How many goals would Darwizzy score? In all comps, how many did he score in all comps last season? I'll say he scores more than that. How do you watch it in Ireland, Mark? What's the state of play there? Excuse me. I'm not happy with Arsenal fans singing. I don't think you can copyright it, Liam. I'm not sure that's a thing. Right. They're not wanting to press Ortega, but probably because they know that, you know, he's pretty decent at the clipping. It's interesting that Ramsdale is starting, so Arsenal going for their first choice keeper rather than Cup. Don't know if that's relevant at all. He scored 16 last year. Right, I will say that he'll score... Oh, gosh. I will say that he will score 19 in all competitions. I think that's a fair amount, isn't it? Oh, no, wait. Europa League. I guess it depends if he plays in the really early stages. That's a lovely overlapping run by Akanji. And what a touch on his left foot. There's bodies forwards here for City. Clips it in. And it's Alvarez. And it's clipped in again by Bernardo. Too far, though. Saka wins that and is able to clear it. That was dangerous, though. If only it fell to the fat head of Haaland. Gakpo's better than Nunez, says Oren. Is that controversial? I don't know. Lovely work by Akanji, though. Taking advantage of Arsenal's defensive lapse. Bernardo cutting inside. He's left. What's his name for dead? Who even is that? I don't know. Walker getting a bit fortunate there, but it doesn't matter. Oh, Bernardo is... I love his... He's lost a boot. Someone has lost a football boot. It might be Timber. Quickly take advantage of him having no feet. Keep going, boys. Keep going. Kovacic going through the middle. A little clip. Try to find Alvarez. It's not quite what was needed. Good idea, though. Do you see Liam saying Nunez is top striker in the world? Top what striker? I love Bernardo, too. No, you can't stop the game to pick your boot up. Get your bloody boot on, little dweeb. Top 10 strikers. I'd instinctively say no chance. but I'm willing to be proven wrong. Why are we kicking the ball out so some idiot can get their football boot back on? Come on now. Tie your laces tighter, matey. This is the big leagues now. Really good work earlier by Akanji. With his weak foot clipped it in, it's just a shame that it was Alvarez versus Ben White, because Alvarez ain't going to win that aerial battle. Nunez is obviously top 10. What in the world? Evan's going to be right back, no worries. Are you sure? That's instinctively, I don't think that can be right. Arsenal seem a lot less aggressive than they were early at last season. Well, it's technically a friendly, whatever you want to call it, pre-season game. So it's there's about 6 good strikers. Well, there's, oh gosh, I'll take it. What we're doing. Well, there's Haaland. There's oh, we're giving away the ball there cheaply. There's Haaland, obviously. Let's test this theory, guys. Name your strikers in the chat. Let's see where Nunez actually is. Can we name 10 strikers better than Nunez? That's the challenge. So we've got Haaland. We've got Harry Kane. We've got Mbappe. We've got Lewandowski. Someone booked there, by the way. We've got Ivan Toney. Wait, Partey got booked for kicking the ball away, apparently, there. What other striker? Gabriel Jesus, yeah. So that's 6. Who else? Who else, lads? Hello, Diver. It has been a while. How are you doing? What other strikers are there in the world of football? I've named 6. Taremi. I mean, I'd be tempted to say Alvarez, in all honesty. What are the names? I feel like I'm missing some obvious names here. I'm watching on ITV Kanto. I've said Lewandowski. Haller. I mean, Jack can confirm or deny that one for me. Okay, let's not go too far with Watkins. Who else is better? Isak. Yeah. If it's like based on last season, then yeah, absolutely. That's 7. Arsenal have the ball here, so I'm just going to have a look at this. Martinelli. Walker's got some defending to do. Can he do it? He doesn't need to, because Bernardo came and helped him out. Yeah, Nunez is better than Wilson. Well, yeah. Well, who was better last season? Gabriel Jesus and Isak or Darwin Nunez? It was those two, wasn't it? Oh, Osimhen. That's a good one. Yeah. I mean, that's what is that? 7 names we've come up with. Oh, Akanji's tackled Saka, and is it actually a goal kick? I think it might be. Excellent. How good is Immobile in 23? I'm not sure I'm going to go that far. That's how you say his name. So Kane, Lewandowski, oh, even Jota. Okay. Oh yeah, Benzema. I still have Benzema over him. In all honesty, delays rubbish on a dodgy box. That's such a shame, Mark. Haven't included Gonzalo Ramos is meant to be mint. I won't comment on Ramos. I've not seen nearly enough of him. Hello, Florim. But yeah, I'm tempted to say that Nunez probably misses out on the top 10. That would be my instinct. Not by much, to be fair. It sounds like he's maybe top 15. Because I couldn't like immediately think of too many names, to be fair. But it's definitely I think it's definitely fair to say it's not 10. For sure. I'm shitting him when we lose the ball. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Tom. Okay, Liam. Understood. Understood. Right, interesting. Interesting. We've changed it now. Now it's Bernardo on the wing, Walker in the defence. Kovacic, it's still Kovacic and Rodri in that sort of 2 in the middle. So we started by trying to do Walker on the right, and we decided that we want Bernardo attacking Timber, so now we've changed it slightly. Interesting. City of Dominating says, Kanto, it's early days, but we have had all of the ball so far. We have had all of the ball. That's not a wrong thing to say. Pep testing his new tactics for the sextuple. Rodri is indeed playing. It's a lovely clip to Bernardo Silva, and Walker is actually supporting him on the right-hand side. Up against Timber, the new lad. Walker. Oh, it's a really interesting cross if it was intentional, but it's not quite what was required because there was no City player there. I really like the idea, but it was to no one, sadly, if he meant to do that. Oh, amazing defensive work by Jack Grealish. Unbelievable. Because that could have been a dangerous chance. Jack Grealish just snuffed that out. Wonderful. Hello, King Josh. How are we? Oren says Trent is the best English player right now. Okay, Oren, we're not gonna. I mean, you put Trent as #1 in your list of all-time Premier League right backs, so I'm not gonna get into a conversation about Trent with you, Oren. I'm afraid. Thoughts on Raya to Arsenal? Honestly, I think it probably is low-key a bit of an upgrade on Ramsdale. I think I prefer Raya to Ramsdale. I would personally rather have Raya in my team than Ramsdale. I came a bit late. How's Kovacic doing so far? Hasn't done too much so far, but when he has been on the ball, he's been tidy. He did a nice little dink earlier, trying to find Alvarez. I thought that was nice. Hasn't been caught on the ball yet. That's the most important thing, realistically. Walker looks like he put on a few pounds. It will take a while for these players to get back to full fitness, in fairness. If we're being fair, and I think I am, then yeah. Did we establish whether Nunez is the best striker at Liverpool? Just a question mark. Ortega's had more touches than the entire Arsenal side combined. Ortega's popping off. He's gunning for that MVP role. Yeah. So if he's not the best striker at Liverpool, I do find it hard to believe he's the best striker. Sorry, I find it hard to believe he's in the top 10 in the world, unless Liverpool striker depth is that good. Oh, Haaland picks it up here. An error from Partey. I think that was. Rodri lines one up. Oh, I thought that was actually going to somehow trickle in. Might be a corner. It is. It took a deflection. Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, Will raises a good point. Arsenal have been quite timid so far in these opening exchanges. They've been more than happy to just allow City to have the ball. Yeah, because Will says his Arsenal setup is straight out of Dyche's playbook. Trent is by far the best right back in the world of all time. Oren is what we were saying. He's not an all-time #1 Premier League right back, is he? Come on now. We'll be having less of that. I don't even think Liam believes that. Right, John Stone's on the right now. Finds Bernard. He's not as bald as I thought he was going to be. He's allowed some of his hair to grow, so he's not done a full David Silva. To be fair, so he's not paying an entire homage to him. Just a slight homage. Maybe should be the League Cup winners if... I think I'm fine with it being this. And to be fair, oh no, we didn't win the League Cup. That was United, never mind. Oh... Why is he so good at long shots? Who's that, Rodri? Yeah, he's got that. Well, I think we were discussing it in the Discord. That is something that he has over Fernandinho, because Fernandinho wasn't bad at long shots, but it was nowhere the same level than what Rodri's been producing, and also really, really important long shots as well. Obviously, the main one being against Villa. City once again coming forwards. Look at how deep in Arsenal's defensive third Ruben Diaz is. The only issue is, if we lose the ball, we are going to get pounded on the counter-attack. Hello, James. Love you too. And I'm assuming that's what Arsenal are sort of banking on. Paid who to keep him in the starting 11? Who's that? Stones, you don't want to get caught on the ball there, and he doesn't, to be fair. Why? Right, Teab, no, why? You've got to tell me why. Kovacic trying to turn. Doesn't give it away. That's what we want to see. Gary Neville was very good. He was very good. Not as good as Kyle Walker, but still very good. Neville is definitely top 3. At least. I think plenty would have him second. I wouldn't, but, you know. I think lots would. If you want to know my top 10, we did a podcast about it. Go watch it. Or listen to it, rather. Oh, Stones nearly gives it away, and indeed does give it away. That was uncharacteristic from him. Rodri does well to foul Havertz. Good free kick. No yellow card. We take that. Good work, Rodri. That's the Fernandinho shithousery. Love that. There we go. Good work. Nice. Snuff the danger. Beautiful. No, Oren. Less of that. City have 85% of the ball. So far, they do. Oh, here we go. For some reason, it's now worked. I can now show you guys stats. Hooray! There we go. Lovely work. Gakpo is better than Nunez. Oh, and Arteta's been booked. Brilliant. Good work. So what's Gakpo? So does Gakpo not play centrally more so, though? So what is it that Gakpo's... I don't understand them. Is it bound fence to have it on screen? Yes, it is, Mark, because that is copyright infringement. We are killing them, says Josh. It's early days. He played centrally every time. Right. So, right, okay, Liam. So, it sounds like you're doing it off a technicality. So, do you accept that Nunez isn't a top 10 central attacker? By which we are also including Gakpo. Why do you hate Arteta, James? Game was sold out and our end cannot see full. Makes no sense, says Aways. I'm not gonna lie, I've not really been paying attention to that. Okay, there we go. Alvarez taking the shot. It's a nothing shot, though. Haaland wanted it. Yeah, that's silly decision, Alvarez. You've seceded the play for no reason. Well done, Alvarez, says Mo. He's just giving them some breathing space. He's giving Arsenal breathing space. That's all it is. That's all it is. Howard Webb getting booed. Rightly so, you prick. Mikel sprinted towards the fourth official for that yellow. What a fool. The United Aviva drama. No, what's that all about? Yeah, you can now see the stat. Guys, you can see the XG. It's 0.02 for Man City. Stones giving it away to Havertz that time. Bernardo somehow beating Rice in the air. Don't know what happened there. Rice is on the floor, though. He's upset. Who was that bomber? That was Howard Webb. He's the guy who's trying his hardest to ruin football, Musty, with his VAR shenanigans. He was also the referee who ruined the 2010 World Cup final. Who somehow missed Nigel de Jong's terrible... Bernardo's been fouled off the ball, but that wasn't really picked up. Yeah, who somehow missed de Jong's attempt to murder Xabi Alonso. Classic. What's Howard do now? He is the lead of VAR. Yeah, that's him, Mo. That is the one. I can't watch the second half, so I'm waiting to hear that Prime Barca was recreated by both in a 4-all thriller. I hope so, yes. It's not been the best quality of football so far. Fair enough, because it is, you know, the season's only just started. It's, again, a Kanji who's getting really involved in the attack down that left-hand side, surprisingly enough. We did see in the Champions League final his progressive abilities coming in play. Ramsdale's got to be careful. Yeah, that's the one. United announced a few months ago they'd be playing in Ireland, which made a lot of people excited, because there's lots of fans there. Oh, sorry, Arsenal are coming forwards here with Martinelli. Walker and Bernardo have got some work to do as Arsenal socks again. And then Timber trying to do something helpful, but not really succeeding in that regard. City, just clear it, boys. Come on, I know you like to play out from the back, but... Okay, never mind, it's actually worked. Haaland just shoving Gabriel in the tummy and going, get away from me, mate. Ortega with a clip. Can Haaland win that against Partey? No, but it falls to Rodri anyway. That's fine. Recycle the ball. Yeah, so a lot of Irish players are pointing out. Then around 2 weeks ago, they arranged a friendly with that team for the day before the Ireland friendly. So now none of the first team are playing in Ireland. Ah. To be fair, I can understand why you would be annoyed. I can understand why you would be a little bit annoyed. Do you reckon they should start broadcasting the ref? Yes, so they've been doing that in the Women's World Cup, where like after a decision to like VAR, the referee comes out with a microphone and says like, you know, this is the decision. This is why it's happened. Absolutely, that should happen. What a touch by Haaland. Have a shot. Oh, that was an unbelievable touch. Why didn't you just back yourself with your weak foot? Oh, would have loved that. That was a really lovely touch, though. But then he created the space for himself, but then he just should have struck it on his weaker side. That would have been more fun. Shut up, Mo. Bernardo fouls Party, I think, or someone. You can see what minute I'm on, Tom, with that timer. Timber, sorry. Even worse that Maguire is an island, so they have to watch him. Yeah, that's I mean, they should pay you to watch him realistically. Again, it's not a yellow card. I don't know why the Arsenal players are crying. Don't you worry, Tom. It's fine. Now you know where it is. Don't worry about it, Taya. Do you finally fix the timer? Look, the timer was fixed towards the end of last season. You swine of a man, Musty. I'll have you know. The timer's been fixed. The timer also looks better because it's got a little red button background thingy. Kanji's got some defense to do against Saka, and it's out of play anyway. That's fine. Disagree. Fair enough, Musty. Fair enough. Leeds have lost 1-0 for them. Hall needs to work on his dribbling. I just don't think he's that sort of player, to be fair, Mark. Although we did see, was it against Bayern, where he did some unbelievable dribbling work. So he can do it to an extent. It's obviously not his... It's obviously not like this a strength of his game. Here we go. Walker being released on the right. See, so dirty. The second anyone breaks their press, they drag someone down. It's Fernandinho behaviour, and it works. Hello, XC. Can you let me know how I should be saying your name? That's a bit confusing to me. The game's in City's favour. They should be winning. They really should be winning... what's the word? Because they are the better side, but we shall see. Kanji find Grealish, who gets past the press of Ødegaard. Well done. Look at John Stones now, Jack. Oh, he's taking a heavy touch. It still comes to John, though. Even when he loses the ball, Jack still gets the ball. CJ, I'll call you CJ then, mate. How are you doing? Let me know who you support. What am I streaming on? An iPhone 14 Pro. And also Twitch and YouTube. Arsenal with a rare chance to get the ball, but Haaland pushes him over. And that is a foul. Which champion side will you be rooting for? None of them. Arsenal seats are half empty, says Mark. I've not been paying attention to the fans, to be fair. We held 5 goals to MK Dons. It was that your backup team, though, James. CJ, I'm doing great, because football's back. I'm a Man City fan, so I'm really happy the football's back. Haven't seen City play properly since I was in Istanbul. And, yeah, it's a new season. It's a new season of watch-alongs on the YouTube and the Twitch. New background, as you can see. All very pretty and fancy with drop shadows and everything. And angles. Look, even this, like, the camera is a slight pivot. It's not even front on, it's a slight pivot. Like the chat is. That's good by Arsenal, and that's too easy. And that should be a goal, really. And somehow Havertz hasn't scored. And somehow Martinelli hasn't scored. Really good block by Stones. Ben White did a Kanji there. And realistically, I think Havertz should have done better. Yeah, Kanji got beaten there by Ben White. That was too easy. Havertz had the ball. Yeah, should have done better there, I think. Good save. I mean, Stones has got his arms behind his back, so it would be pretty tricky to award a handball for that if it's against Stones. He's literally got his arms behind his back, so we'll be having less of that. Yeah, Havertz, I think, probably should have scored there. Yes, Tayab, that's my shirt. That's my shirt. I got the shirt ages ago. I've sent it off for framing. It should be arriving on Tuesday. Definitely not a penalty, by the way. Like, nowhere near a penalty. He literally had his arms like this. Like, you know, you can't really give a penalty away for that. Hello, Manchester. Mate, do us a favour and support Reds tonight. What do you mean? But yeah, good save by Ortega, but Havertz, I think, should have done better there, in all honesty. Havertz actually is playing well. Think that's a good save. It can be both, to be fair. It can be a good save, and it can also be he should have done better. I think he should have done better, in fairness. Liam Delap scored in his Hull City debut. What a win. I'm sad that football's back because I have to watch our squad, which is paid with John Henry's disability benefit. Oh, Havertz is booked. Get wrecked. We've paid off these refs, boys, with our dirty oil money. Huge. Absolute scenes. Get in, lads. Let's have a look. Was this actually a yellow? No, to be fair, that is a yellow because the ball was played away and it is cynical. In fairness, that is different to what was happening before. That is, I'm not being funny. That is actually a yellow card, to be fair. I was initially playing it up because I thought I was being, cheeky, but that is actually a yellow card. Would Delap ever play for City? No. Nah. He's clearly... I mean, Alvarez exists. Alvarez can't get a game over Haaland. Never mind... never mind Delap. So yeah, he's got no chance. The Troy Parrott treatment. I remember Troy Parrott being a bit of an FM god a few seasons ago. Hello, Owl. How are you? And Manchester, are you new? If you are new, guys, make sure to follow. If you're watching on the YouTube, make sure to leave a like on the stream. And let me know what you think the score prediction. Let me know your score prediction. What's the score going to be? Arsenal put gold on their shirt because they thought they'd won the league. Brilliant. Is that actually a thing? Owl, I'm doing great. I'd be doing better if City were winning, but I'll take it. Kovacic with a loose ball. A really loose ball. It wasn't really for Haaland or Alvarez. Of course you can. We are everyone's welcome here. We got Liverpool fans, we got United fans, we got every fan here. I know, Will, yeah, exactly. Like it just was a yellow. Right, here comes Saka. This is dangerous. Walker and Bernard have got to deal with Havertz and Timber. If Arsenal don't make a Keisha Timber song, then... Hey, mate, we sometimes do Man United streams, so don't you worry about that. Everyone is welcome here. No one is excluded. Just like in Hinduism, we're very open and welcoming and lovely. It's been a great day for sport. I watch USA out of the Women's World Cup. Oh, wow, because they're quite good at football, aren't they, the US women normally? And racing at Silverstone. Fantastic. Well, so far, Owl, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not been a good game from a spectacle standpoint. It's been pretty poor. You wouldn't be able to tell that these are the two best teams in England last season. It has got the feelings of rust and pre-season about it. Which makes sense, because the season hasn't really properly started in the Premier League, so it does make sense. This one's Spurs sweeping out of nowhere to win the title. Not sure about that one. Yeah, so far it's not been a fantastic spectacle. I thought it was pronounced Keisha, isn't it? Cards for bottled, huge. Wow, so Leeds won. So if Borough had won, my £2 free bet would have been worth like 60 quid. So thanks, Will, you stupid idiot. Well, thanks. Just like in my FM, your club is a bunch of bottlers. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of Borough, Will. And now I've got an agenda against Borough. Oh, only 2-0. Never mind. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. I only take it back slightly, to be fair. Half of that was real. Manchester is oil, says Edits. Good point. Gasky's United fan who follows you. Yeah, exactly. We're very welcome. We've got loads of United fans who watch us. I've got United fan Noblets who support me on Patreon. Ramsdale taking a risk there. It's just about paid off. Just about paid off, but Haaland was closing him. Arsenal aren't happy with something. Don't know what. I looked away at the chat for a second. I know, Musty, yeah. It was a heavy touch by Ramsdale. He got away with it, though. Nico Williams. What about him? Oh, scored against our C team. What a guy. What a guy. United. Yes, big up the Bilbao. They are my Spanish team. Basque FC. Come on, the lads. Oh, my Basque boys. My Basque babes. Oh, here we go. Timber's giving away the ball. I think Alvarez has kept that in. Oh, just. I only take half of it back. Alvarez getting booked for being a cheeky boy. Oh, for kicking the ball away, I think. Why would he kick the ball away? What a stupid way to give away, What a stupid way to give away a booking. Silly guy. And yeah, this has been a yellow card game. Amazing performance by us, says Flumps. I mean, it's been dominating in terms of possession, but we haven't really done anything with it. And in fact, the best chance has fallen to an Arsenal player, that Havertz chance, and even the Martinelli follow-up. So, yeah. It's not been utterly convincing by either side. Come on, City, says Imogen. Absolutely. And that ball is always too easy for Arsenal. Like, it's one ball, and they get straight through the midfield. Thankfully, it doesn't come to anything there, but it's a little bit upsetting. I predict Real Madrid for the Champions League. Oh, God. What are we doing there, boys? And we give away a really bad throw-in. Rodri thought he was fouled, but he just dillied and dallied on the ball. Saka stinks as Mo, okay. Oh. Come on, the City. Score some goals to make Nobbins happy. Arsenal with the set piece. You don't want to... I mean, Gabriel's dangerous from these. I feel like he scored 2 or 3 last season from a corner. Direct. Was it one against Chelsea where he did that? Towering header, if memory serves. Well, the first thing you can do, mate, is follow. Then we can have that conversation. Saka, ball in. It's got to be defended. Akanji gets his lovely head on it. Partey, so I've just noticed how tall Partey is. Stood next to Rodri. As long as we keep it 0-0 at half-time the second half, we'll score, says Flumps. You'd like to think so. What's mad, Oren? I've missed that. It wasn't very towering, it was deflection. Ah, okay. I'm sure he did one really good header. Can't really recall. I thought the referee put his hands in the air. I thought he was calling for a foul, but apparently not. Oh, Alvarez is hurt himself. Please be okay, Julian. It's Martinelli now up against Kyle. Kyle. Don't let him put the cross in. He doesn't let him put the cross in. It falls to Partey. He's getting booed for potentially being a sex offender, I suppose. And that's being a potential one. Never mind, like, you know, there's audio and everything. So what's going to happen if a certain MG lad comes into play? Corner for arse. Corner for the arse. Walker's doing well. Stones was there. That's probably the one time where Martinelli's been able to sort of beat Walker, but Stones was there in any event. I do like that Arsenal pink top. Is that from last season? I've already forgotten. My memory's not very good. Is it their Fulham header? There's definitely a header out there. Martinelli ball in and straight out of play. That was a terrible corner. That was terrible. Mad first weekend of football. Tell me more, James. What has happened in the world? What has happened? Tell me more. Tell me more. Right, why is my attack momentum working? This is upsetting. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. You know you want to. You know you want to work. There we go. Now it's working. Beautiful. What day's the first game? Isn't it City on Friday? I feel like City play away against Burnley. City giving the ball away in a really silly place. Arsenal throwing. I think it's Burnley versus City on the upcoming Friday. Every 2-foot tackle on Greenwood should be a point in FPL. It should. I really do. I do just hope that. I really hope that United as a club will not risk upsetting their commercial suppliers. Saka always going wide. Company's coming for you. You never know. We did batter them. Was it 5-0 in the FA Cup last season? But it's at Burnley. Anything could happen, and it's the start of the season as well. It's not an easy first game for City. Yeah, and yeah, Saka was just nowhere near going in. That little kid begging for a shirt, bit weird. I totally agree. Totally agree, Manchester. It is disgusting that it's even being contemplated. I don't know, Mark. It's a good question. Can someone confirm if City are playing on the Friday, actually? We might have to move the quiz to Saturday or something. I'm not sure. What is Ortega doing? Oh, God. Arsenal pressing high and getting some benefits. Now, City needs to be careful here. They are being too lackadaisical in possession. It is indeed on Friday. Okay, yes. I'll have to have a think then. Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't know what you're doing there, mate. Thursday quiz day. I'm not sure because I'm normally very busy on the Thursday. So we'll see. It might have to be Saturday. I don't know what the games are happening though on the weekend. Party ball to Saka there is exactly what Rice can't do. Really worry for them if they transition Rice to a defensive midfielder long term. And hey, maybe that's why, if he wants to improve his progressive passing play, I know a certain bold manager who would be pretty good at squeezing the most out of him. Saturday isn't very eventful. Chelsea-Liverpool. When's that one? Oh, that's on the Sunday. Okay. Well, maybe on the Saturday we can do a football quiz before my date night, depending on matches. But we'll see. Again, Arsenal pressing so high here, and currently it's working. City actually can't get out. But if and when City get out of that press, if Arsenal continue to do it, they're going to be light at the back, and they'll have a very angry Viking running at them. I am Manchester, yes. Newcastle Villa is a class game. I've not done my Premier League predictions yet. I still need to have a proper think about it and like a final research, but I'm very excited about where I'm going to be putting Aston Villa, because even I don't know yet, but I feel like I'm going to be putting them higher than they finished last season. Having your dinner, pizza and chips. What kind of pizza are we talking, Flumps? Maguire froze. Maguire is so clapped, I swear. I swear down. If you're watching on the TikTok, by the way, hello. You're more than welcome to stay there. If you want to get involved more in the chat, Twitch is LNobbins, YouTube is LNobbins. As I say, you can stay there if you want. ITVX is broken. ITVX is like one of the worst apps ever. Can you not just watch it on TV, Mark? That'd be the best way to do it with no delay. Once again, that ball is too easy. Saka and Odegaard causing all sorts of problems for City. Alvarez is beaten too easily by Partey. City are in a good defensive shape here. Declan Rice trying to... I feel like I haven't seen much of Rice yet, which is upsetting. I hope you're joking, Manchester. That's a lovely reverse ball, but... And Havertz... I mean, City have got to be careful about that. That was too nonchalant from Ruben Diaz. Like, they really should have won the ball back there, but they were just sort of faffing around. Hello, Saud. How are we? Okay, mate. Akanji up against Saka. It's a shame that Ake isn't playing, because... he always does well against Saka. So it is a massive shame. Arsenal have been coming more into this first half in sort of like the last 10 minutes or so. It's a good word, Tab. Would recommend it. Haaland is playing. That ball is too easy. That's a goal. Right, okay, Havertz, we need to have a conversation. It's a great save by Ortega, but how on earth has he not scored at least one goal? This guy. And it's City counter-attacking. Yeah, that was that just had to be a goal every single time, I'm afraid. I don't care if that's prime Buffon in goal. You should be scoring that. We'll have a review on the replay, but goodness me, that really had to be a goal. Right, here is Havertz. He's got Walker on the overlap. It's 2-on-2. Arsenal got all their lads back now. City once again get away with it. Have rekindle that Bayern Munich goal. Rekindle it. Oh, and my internet is shitting a brick. Nice. Why is it doing that? Can you fix yourself, please? There we go. Thank you. My internet just decided to have a cry. But I think we're back. Goodness me. I still want to see a replay of that second shot from Havertz. Because that was really, poor. I think I'm about to fall asleep watching this, says James. I'm not enjoying it either. It is, I enjoyed sort of like the first 20 minutes where we're having the ball for having the ball's sake, but Arsenal have come more into it, and not only we're not doing anything with the ball when we have it, we're having less of it. But yeah, Havertz, not really sure how. It's 0-0. Havertz creating these chances with Lacazette, Jesus, and Havertz is terrorism. It's sort of like when De Bruyne had to put up with Jesus for however long. It's that sort of vibe. Ortega should have that. There we go. Lovely. Right. I love how I've had no internet issues the whole summer. None last season, and then the season starts, and for some reason, my internet's shitting a brick. I remember when Sarri nearly left the stadium during the match. I can't remember that one.